Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Brightworks. Today we've got an exciting match between a lot of high-level players. We are in a 22 and up true skill lobby, so I would consider this a pros situation here. And we have Nuclear Winter for our map today. Nuclear Winter Bar 1.4. This should be exciting to see, because a lot of these players are very, very high true skill, and indeed, some of that true skill will be on display here. Flash, of course, known for his early tech harassment. Very, very well-known player for being very good at controlling those early units. So I do expect to see some stuff like that coming out of him. Of course, the Lazarus bot coming up here on Nuclear Winter. There is a big collection of various downed bots here that you can either resurrect or reclaim, depending on your strategy. People building units for Flash, looks like just to help them get that early economy lead so that they can contest this lane. I do love to see that teamwork. It's the kind of coordination that wins games. Enemy, it's kind of a generic name, but I like to see that. He has sent out a few ticks to go harass across the map. It's also very nice to see. We do see a grunt out here to contest the pawn control. And the pawns do clean him up. That'll be worth the metal that it gathered there. So I'd say that was definitely worth it. Flash takes the metal lead by harvesting up these bots. It looks like he's going to resurrect this one. That's very nice. Very well played by Flash. If you were curious about his build order, you saw there he went one tick, one pawn, one Lazarus. And then he went into a few more pawns in order to contest that high ground. So, playing Nuclear Winter, there you go. Do see a bit of a clash down here. Some units destroyed by enemy. Oh, and we have the penguins. The penguins are back. Look at that. These things are adorable. Can't interact with them, which is good, because people will probably kill them. But they just hang out, watch the destruction go down. Now we see Flash's commander pushing up here. I wonder how much these metal spots are worth. 2.1 and 2. Looks like there's a big one up here for 3.4. Definitely worth trying to hold on to if you can get it. Can't tell if there's... It doesn't look like there's a pathway up there, though, so I'm not sure how you're supposed to get there. Sebutai, very concerned about this single grunt that has made its way around. Trying to let his team know about that. Looks like they've spotted it, so the grunt is going to be mopped up eventually. Although it has to be caught first. Artillery firing a bit too slowly and landing on its own units. That's never a good sign. And the grunt ends up becoming Sebutai's problem in the end. Isn't that just poetic? Finally gets mopped up by a pawn. That'll be the end of that aggression. Now up here, Flash commanding a dominating lead over the southern mountain here. Looks like he's going to be trying to capture the 3.4 mechs. It's very nice to see. Of course, that's going to give him an even greater economic bonus over his opposing player here. His opposing player, by the way, is Kaiser Glass and Eren. Eren Yeager. Or something like that. Definitely some aggression going on up here. Shutting down that mechs, and Kaiser Glass trying his best to climb up that mountain. Does get the D-gun off. And it's going to force Flash to retreat. Kaiser started his laser turret first, but there's a bunch of grunts over here. I'm going to stop that from coming up. Is he going to be able to D-gun them? I don't know. He misses the D-gun once, gets the second one. It's very nice. But it looks like he's going to retreat off that mountain as more and more forces begin pushing onto it. Very nice. What's going on down here? Zeren, which we've seen in a few other games. I noted that his name reminds me of Terrazine. He is holding this northern side here. While Sebutai is working his grunts, or rather his pawns around to do a bit of a flanking maneuver here. It is found by the player in Salmon, I guess I would call that. Tengle. But he does get A couple of mexes. 1, 2, 3 are going to go down. Maybe some more here. No defenses in the base, so we are going to be rather exposed to this pawn attack as it comes in. Oh no! Oh, that's horrible. You can kill the penguins. Oh god. The little red blood splatter. I want to clip this for the thumbnail. That's devastating. Gut-wrenching. In the meantime, we do see a bit of aggression down here from Kaiser Glass, and you can already see we're only at minute 6, and we've already got aggression all over the map. This is the difference between these pro games versus the Joe games, if you will, the lower level, lower skill games. A lot of those, you see static defenses, you see lines being built, you see places are drawn, but it's never, it's a much higher emphasis on units in these higher true skill games. So definitely something to take into account when you're stepping it up. Flash here has commanded control over this high metal mechs. Very good for him. Does look like there's some artillery that are going to be harassing him, though. And he gets down there. Is he going to get within range? The artillery start running away. They know to flee in the face of a flash. So he's going to catch one of them. Well, he at least manages to push him back, which is really all he needs to do. There's some bots trying to make their way up this little hill here to take down this laser tower, but going to be difficult, sort of a choke point for them. They don't really have a good angle, despite thinking that they do. So that is going to be a shame. Now we do have a perimeter camera over here, giving a very convenient vision to Screwish of exactly what's going on. Screwish, it looks like he's going for a few walls, hopefully just trying to, well, maybe just trying to hopefully stop this push, or at least thin it out as much as he can. Fox's commander is eating up all of his energy right now, which he would probably rather be putting into units, but just trying to survive this push, I think. And this northern side is just collapsing. Just not enough units. They didn't produce enough. Not nearly. Screwish's commander here in a lot of trouble. As well as Tangle here, who's fighting for his life in the bottom, but there's just not enough units. We do see T2 coming out from back here, but it's a little bit too late. Maybe he'll be able to reinforce in just a minute, but for now it's just not quite enough. Trying to use his T2 Sprinter, get as much efficiency out of it as he can. For what it's worth, he did get quite a bit of efficiency out of it. Tangle just holding on against all odds, but Sabotage is coming in for the kill. He wants to destroy that bot lab. And he gets it. D-Gun's the bot lab, which is devastating, and he's not done yet. He figures, well, I'm this far forward anyway. Commander's probably going to get lost by whatever units counterattack here. Might as well go do some more damage. Mid is just pushing further and further, despite Flash having a nice little lead up here on the top. Mid is falling left and right. Yeah, look at that. Getting a commander into the enemy's base. That's a rare play, but amazing to see. He destroys the production back here. Everything is falling apart. Sabotage, not done yet. Realizes there's just not enough units. A severe lack of units. And he keeps on marching. There's a spy out. No energy though, so it gets shot because it cannot maintain its cloaking field. Sabotage still pushing forward. We're seeing a lot of pawns from Sabotage as well, running back here and destroying some of the economy. I do love to see that. Sabotage just keeps pushing forward. The commander is on a rampage. Look at him go. He's cleaning up the middle of the map. And he gets a third one. Sabotage now ruining the bases of now 3 different commanders. And it looks like he's not done. He really is just going to go for the kill. Pushes even further back here into Yellow's base. Just walking the commander all the way. This is devastating. You can see Flash has now been pushed back as well, though. The overwhelming numbers pushed in through mid and managed to wipe out his command center, his main base. And there's not much he can do about it now. Sabotage making it into this 4th base. He gets the bot lab down, or rather the vehicle lab. gonna get the T2 constructor, take down all the rest of this stuff with it. Wow. And it just shows you exactly what a swift, precise game can look like. That was a quick one, but I do hope you enjoyed. What an amazing play from Savatai, getting that one break down mid and then letting him lead himself into the enemy bases right there. Flash did a great job holding this southern hill, but it just wasn't quite enough. The northern side broke a little bit too soon and just couldn't keep up the unit production, I suppose. Thanks a ton for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. This has been The Brightworks. I'll see you in the next one.